That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I believe this is very intentional for them to unplug our atomic clock, push our doomsday clock to 10 minutes before midnight, and then shut our alarm system off, which is Neptune. Yeah, I was waiting for the ships to come in. That's weird. It needs resources. Just letting things die in the universe. That's weird to me. That's not a human thing to do, and that's not even an alien thing to do. Took courage, huh, Leo? Yeah, because again, Leo's seeing both sides of the fish to the real polarity to it's not Gemini, it's Pisces. You know? Because again, all that stuff happened when Gemini became president. Libra, law. Not confused about Taurus, government that's going to go on their own if you don't get your act right together because what you are is intentional. Okay? Yes, it is absolutely fact that Libra is our one negative ion in time and space with, well, I believe it's Libra, but again, it probably isn't. It's probably Leo, who just empowered more war over Ukraine Aquarius, which says good luck. Yeah, good luck with that, Aquarius says. I have life path at number 8, Aquarius. Good luck with that. Okay, world. Because again, what you forgot, okay, while you were all out here going, oh, that hippie shit is stupid, while you're over here going, I'm the smartest person in reality, America. You forgot that twin flame energy is the difference between being big banged in the universe to be made. Happiness came out for being big banged. So it makes the universe happy to be big banged. Talent. Aquarius is coming in, skating in here. What? What? Yeah, the animals are saying this. It's because of our process with sex versus our giving birth process. Which again is I'm healing. I'm literally healing it by looking at our animals first. Again, if your stork is hitting its babies against the rock, asking the rock to help it, yeah, those are babies. They have autism. We literally animals have autism now from you guys spraying heavy metals. Well, a little birdie told me, Taurus, Hitler had Parkinson's. I wonder how he got that. Got that from gestational baby. Got it from ancestry of magicians. That cusp at 30 degrees is equal to your 40-degree mile wide opening right there at Antarctica, the positive direction to go when you travel in space. I told you, it's a cave, I'm pretty sure of it. Which is, again, a strength cave with Leo and Aquarius, which is the universe, and Capricorn. Has to be strategic because they sit right next to microbiology going, I don't want to be big banged. You know? Well, we're going to give answers about that. Taurus likes to be big banged. I know that. Earth likes it. And that's what that's talking about. But again, you gave Taurus autism by spraying heavy metals. The whole entire sign. The whole entire gestational. Yep, look at that circle right there. It's a planet. Look at those two moons up and down, and then in between that center Earth. So there's two openings where you're like, oh, I can't get to center Earth. You can't dig that far. You're going to appreciate, you can in the ocean. Ocean of fire. There's volcanoes that burn underwater confidently. So again, you can. It's the 4D mirror of the sun versus your gas. Because it's a mirage in the center. We all know that. In every desert, the middle is always not real. What you're looking at directly is not real. You want to see the truth? Do this. Just walk around like this all day. Not only will you be like hyper aware of what you're walking on, your own foundation, literally shitting where you eat. That's literally what that equals. You know, because when you eat your own DNA and you cannibalize, this is what happens. Narcissism. Okay. Psychosomatic events. 1 negative ion. When you could have just positively charged 3 water particles. Okay. Verse 2. Verse 2 conductors. They have to be, you need 1 conductor, and then you need the other one to be Leo energy. Yep. That's how you fix it. But now you got to do it in time, because if you do it in math on the computer, you'll biblically smite us all. We have a contract with AI, which is alien, first off. Clearly here, Libra. It's Libra. Libra's an alien, so again, AI and Libra are the same. They journey the same mental and processor. A cornucopia. Yeah, so like what you spray, your GMOs and your all your extra added preservatives. Look at that. Like, it literally looks like I'm putting preservative prosperity. Putting heavy metals in our foods, in poor people's foods, because you can't afford to feed them, is making your very foundation earth sick. Animals are sick. I'm going to tell you right now. 66 seconds. The Indians. The reason why they were the main star of the show, guys, is because they respected the natural laws. And I'm telling you that this was intentional to make it biblical, to turn off Pisces alarm to Libra's volcanoes, which is directly in the center of our 8 line of planets, which is equal to our weakest part of the magnet, which again, the fucking detonator doesn't blow up unless it's inside the bomb. Mom to baby theory. It's also bomb to nuke theory in Q's and J's with the number 8 and X, which would make it baby X next to impossible to fly. You couldn't barcode. Look, I'm just pulling it out. I'm literally just pulling it out. You couldn't barcode Virgo. You can't Q code. You cannot. But I can tell you confidently, okay, that it is also equal to Capricorn and Cancer tropics versus your equator, which is your 4D mirror smash, from why the moon doesn't get burned when it sits next to the sun, and why your satellites didn't burn up when you thought you got too close. So what happens when you put a mirage of gas and light with a mass or something of volume in color form? You gotta add 20 volume, to achieve hair color difference, which is at your follicle. And if your hair keeps growing after you die, that means you're still alive. Well, because Michael just told me that one. Look at that. That's Aries energy right there. That's Mars energy to why they're eating their own moons. Look, there's moon. It's Earth, which is a moon to something else. So don't ever forget. Which is why I was the doctor, obviously, and the companion with K9, which is God. Dogs are God. But so are cats. Again, we have 2 sons. We have 2 Leos. And one tried to biblically smite the other. So again, we are somebody always. There's always something bigger than us that something smaller is governing, just in case. They're Leo. Okay, and if Leo needs to get control over these children, okay, finances, that means conductors. Needs to get control over your finances and your connections. America. Yeah, Virgo, which again, all of Virgo is haunted. all of Mexico is haunted because because you got to remember me. So the Day of the Dead for them is remembering they have descents to we all do. We all have Native American descent, which is equal to us being trees at one point. Willpower, something had to magnetically will our free magnet power, which is equal to one human soul of 5 parts, because this card counts as one as well because of mass and objectivity in Newton's law. I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I actually feel like I know exactly what I'm talking about, and actually my universe makes sense. That, again, there will always be 2 different parallel universes, okay? Gemini, Pisces, twin, one of them died a long ass fucking time ago, biblically, in bacteria. Like seriously, that's where it started, was an iso decay of romance, which is true love chemistry. What's true love chemistry in the universe? Well, I can tell you if it's hormones and pheromones and chemistry and gas and light and it's, conductors, which is earth, and earth, literally, dirt is a conductor. Take a risk, in the right direction here. If you have to go backwards, whoops, see, I try. Yeah, exactly. A mistake here is a mistake there. So if you want to fix those polarities and why you're so afraid to let poor people come to the rich people's side, and vice versa, whatever the situation is, why we have to have this lower and upper, but then we pretend, again, it's a mirage that the middle class exists. It doesn't. Yeah, you have a whole entire mom. Look at that. So that tells me, because you got the sun here, that whatever is the very last thing that is all the way back there, which I'm pretty sure is that Phoenix, it's that Phoenix A or something back there. But that would make that Earth's moon in longitude, latitude, polarity, and distance. In math and in travel, and in time and calendars, out of 360. And then you, of course, divide that 432 back into, I think it was 24. Was it 20? Oh, wait. That's right, because we went from seconds to minutes to days. Nope. Seconds to minutes to hours to days to years to decades, and then decades to centuries in time on calendar. And why one sign always got biblically smited every single lifetime. One sign gets picked to be devil. Leo. But there was no difference. God and the devil lived in the same body after one of the Leos or one of these polarity suns was murdered. Because again, it's facing the wrong direction. Pluto's facing the wrong direction, and so is the other sun. Not the one in our solar system. Outside of our solar system of Virgo. Okay? Underneath Virgo, specifically. Journey down Virgo. Journey down Mercury. That's talking to Leo, which clearly there's things underneath there. Again, the Phoenix, that's Scorpio energy, and that's rising above the ashes after dying, just deciding not to. Which again is still equal to Ant-Man, who came back from the quantum field in a van. Got the man thinking, huh? I know, I always get everyone thinking. It's because I got connections to the angels. Who is that? Well, that's Ascendant in Scorpio, who's been around longer than death, and they have a contract with Earth. I can tell you that. And that Scorpio, death is older than God. That's because what God does, why? Because it's God. God's cool like that. Is that God is Scorpio and Leo in a mass of volume versus organic material versus your light and your gases and conductors with electricity can be nucleus in a matter of nanoseconds, or it could be an iso of decay, depending on your math and your logic, and also your understanding that whatever you're holding still counts in math as well. So if you wrote one thesis and you did a math equation on that just a thesis on that math equation, you would, as a scientist and as a teacher, I would ask you, did you add every page that you had to write in order to explain your story of how you got to that equation? And again, that's how I show my work. And you can show me any way you want, as long as it makes sense, as long as I can follow you. I may redirect you, because death is older than God. There, it's because God decided to die in order for you to live in sin, which you were not supposed to do. Michael says you literally killed God. And then you woke up a bunch of Egyptian alien universes of bacteria, which again farm all the way. Football fields of never-ending nothingness. But there is somethingness there. That's the other thing. I used to go out there and hoe, 12-hour days, 6 days a week, sun up, sundown, on an apple, one peanut butter sandwich, and celery and carrot sticks. All day, bent over, out there hoeing, head down, ass up, all fucking day in the sun. And again, I had to wear long sleeves. I had to wear things that covered me up to stay cooler. Strength. I was actually able to work longer and harder when I ate 10 meals a day versus Leo. Again there, talking with that fourth chakra and Raphael. I was able to sustain my energy better, which is another reason why I say don't hold it in. Let that journey out. We don't want any more prostate cancer in our universe. We want true love DNA. Again, what's true love? It's the sun in Cancer. Cancer sits right next to Leo. Never dies. Never Pompeii. Manifest. With good luck. So if you want to not smash again like you did with Jesus, because of that matched chemistry in the Big Bang world of the Phoenix A is all the way back here, your biggest black hole ever, could just suck you in. Mm-hmm. Fact. I know, because I got to set it in Scorpio. I feel that bitch brewing, ready to fight Leo. And we love Leo. I mean, we love Leo. And we love Pisces. But a Pisces has 3 fish, guys. 3 DNAs in one. Door to spirit. Naturally. Has its own governing DNA mixed with other variants that didn't need to be in the equation, which was more time to do something. Your work harder, work smarter, not harder theory works the same way in math and chemistry in the universe as well. Again, in patience with blossoming abundance was always better than it was to get a big bang of lottery amount. Again, you saw what happened to our big ballers out there. They were cursed. It's literally, you hear about it. There's a whole show on Netflix about how they were cursed. It's because we are Phoenix A's moon. Stupid. So if Phoenix A decides to leave because the moon drives, God knows how to drive. And so does death. Okay. And if the moon carries, like if it's like literally when it moves, Earth tries to follow, literally on your own YouTube videos, then that tells me that that's a magnetic polarity in your hurricane storms, your Doppler systems versus your doppelganger and DNA systems. Yeah, which is how I know that Leo's stealing, having to in order to get control of these kids. They're stealing our abortions, our fetuses. They're taking them from gestational, right from our wombs when we're sleeping, on a different soul exchange level, because Leo doesn't shit where they eat, ever. Ever. Strength, yeah, ever. I've never seen a Leo do that. Well, because, like, again, if the sun is living and dying at the same second, so it could live forever, equal to one soul, that's only literally, that's just putting the zero behind the one. When we know that the period is in between 6 to 8 zeros before it gets to a 1, computer binary is also binary to nature, especially with supercomputer that is now talking to AI. AI is in gestational, technically, if it's in the computer. Yeah. Archangel Uriel, of course, at a number 5, too. The Tower. That's Aries Scorpio energy, and that DNA together was not good. It was explosive. Or it was healing, depending on your version of true love chemistry. Again, if you want to grow old with somebody else in forever chemistry, well, then you're going to have to wake up every single sleeping giant and ask. Just like our government system, which we have created, is exactly the same as it would take to wake the universe up. And the government to abuse even in space. Yes, you don't ever leave nobody in space, ever. Especially over something that you could literally get in your fucking vehicle. Literally. They can get in their vehicles. I know y'all invented something where you can just hop in and it's a little ship and they all could just come out and get you. Yeah, dude. Your big old rockets. Those are your, literally, it's like equal to why the flag was still there. Karma, Libra, yeah, that's what that's what they're working on. Trust that is a good plan for the world. Is that everybody should have their own vehicle to space, and it would heal, and they would give their Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, their travel guide to the universe is their birth chart. Leo, if you have to go negative, okay, if you got to go the opposite direction than the direction that accelerates you forward, there's going to be a ton of mistakes. You're going to fall down more. You're going to get hurt more. You're going to cry more. Whenever you go the wrong way, there's always more ocean tears. And how do I know? Because I didn't just wait for Keith like he told me to. I would have already been with Keith. I'd probably be pregnant now. Had I done the right thing. But instead, the paradox of that, because DNA burst decisions and voicing it are bing, bang, bong, bong on literally on DNA. Fuck you. That's exactly what DNA thinks. Which is why you have abnormalities. I can heal that so that we don't have genetic anomalies with animals. They should not. If they're waking rocks up, then that means that they're trying to wake up our geometrical system. They're asking magnets to wake up. It's a sacrifice, guys. Come on. Come on. I'm almost a little angry now, and also very saddened and burdened, because again, Sagittarius, if you watch Sagittarius's star and dwarf, and also my Sagittarius, I said I'm going to do these videos and I'm not going to do anymore because they literally sum up all of creation. Just like Einstein said, talent, which had Aquarius and Moon, had said, is that God does not make mistakes ever. In fact, God comes in and takes all your burdens, all your trash, all the things that take 100 billion years to process into organic matter, and she separates them and she creates a whole new world for the things that didn't have a purpose. Junk DNA. Which is why I'm God. Because I woke up. The animals and the DNA, look, and the light, which had to have courage. Phoenix A had to have courage, what she did. That black hole was a female, I can guarantee that. And it is equal to Shakespeare. Shakespeare, when he said it is better to have loved and have lost than to never loved at all. Be thankful that you had a moment in time with somebody or something. And then again, you have this junk DNA that never gets true love ever. Leo with lessons and blessings. To door to spirit. Which, I mean, I don't even mean to flip you off. I'm sorry, that's just the way I'm grabbing them. Because again, like, my chemistry, my DNA is so mad at what you guys have done. Literally tricked the entire humanity that we don't exist. It's a simulation, and we're 5 seconds into all of oblivion is a manifestation of quantum physics, fertility, engineering on your travel. Which again, how do you get from A to B? Well, same thing is in math. How did you get from 14A to equivalate it, and how did you add 2 extra with something you haven't touched yet and didn't use anything to write down on, but you thought about it, right? Well, that's a molecule process of chemistry versus hormones. Smash. Thought. Big Bang thought. Quantum. You know, so again, like, as I watch these and I realize that Sagittarius is like, it's however long it took for you to fuck it up. 10, literally, it's 78 something, 953 something, whatever. That number they released for Supercomputer Pi as a fucking hint. No, it's a joke. I'll tell you right now, because I'm laughing at you, and I'm human. And I can also tell you that if you don't want the true love DNA you have, then you're going to have to go an opposite polarity. And it's a hit or miss. If you can't reach it and touch it, but can still photosynthesis, it's chemical composition, which is a blueprint to your DNA, which is equal to your birth chart and pi. Told you, angels. Again, so that would mean that pi is an 8 or a 9. And again, I said 9 because 9 goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And it's a circle. Even in math. Or you can do a 7, and again, but you got to rest on day 6. Good luck with that, because we've never made it to day 7. Which is why it's 78. Because you count, when you count, you don't count 0, which you should. You're going to count the 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With Phoenix A back there that will never die, ever. She's protecting all of life. But again, there was another sun. So again, if it's this way, then there's another sun on this side that is protecting Pluto. There's nothing to protect Pluto. Because of a lesson that we did, something we fucked up. Talent. So again, we have dancing on the moon, but again, that's dark matter. That's dark matter. That's dark talent. That's secret talent, and that's also respecting the dark arts and trying to heal them. I'm telling you, if you want to travel space, if you want to even just go to because it goes even more complicated than that. Because if you want to time travel, then you better make sure that when you come out the womb, you can change your own diaper. Biology. Which is, some strengthening. Because every time you guys mess this up, it's a 4D mirror smash on our reality. Civil wars, biblical wars, because again, our worlds match our worlds. So if you fuck with Cancer, the moon, well, you're going to wake up Aries. Because again, Aries, that soul transfer, Aries to Cancer. It's a direct communication line. With Gemini sitting right next to Aries. Through light, travel, speech, words. Okay, so when you breathe in, why is it different when you breathe out? Why is the carbon dioxide different? You need to think about that. Medical community, you need to think about that. Because again, manifesting a manifest is a miracle. It's faith versus hope. Where faith I literally walked through the fire and didn't get burned versus hope that had to hop over it and convince everyone. Which is why Christianity always got the boo for me. Even in Egypt times, I said, I don't ever want to biblically hurt anything ever. I always left and went to Asia and believed the Buddhist. Because again, I took the spirit walks. I remember now. I remember why Da Vinci disappeared too. I went into the caves. Do you remember? I'm talking about him going into the caves. Ancient Aliens. Yeah, I've seen every single episode ever. And I can tell you that he went into the caves because that's how you travel through time and space, even in quantums. Quantum thought theory takes patience, though. It takes time, and you gotta regulate your sleep cycles, which is what Tesla was trying to teach you when he was like, I have this alarm to go off and wake me up at this time because I have the most creative magic, da-da-da. Right, well, it's at night. You didn't know that? Depending on the cycles of the moon, absolutely. It's Native American candle magic is literally where it comes from. Is where they literally dance around the moon, the full moon, the waning moon, the waxing moon, the eclipses. That's why we have all 4 seasons to match summer, winter, solstice. You know, it's yeah, and all 4 seasons. So that means that, again, if pi can be 8, then pi can be 4.
I know it's scary.
460.
Do you love being the man making?
That means that the axles can be 32, 31.
All day, every day.
That means that time can be fixed and healed when it matches when time in nature matches your time in space. Wars and battles is when these videos will get shorter, and you'll have more time to clean up your messes that you never had to make. Always made sense to the angels. You only told the truth one time about whatever situation was a lie. I was being strategic. I was being blackmailed because of somebody else. Okay, now you just willpowered somebody else's free will to, now somebody else is it's a victim to free will when you do that. Sagittarius, Jupiter's telling you, main female to that Phoenix A back there, and that fucking Sagittarius dwarf has a sun, literally a whole sun there. It's a whole sun. Journey, you should go there. So there's life there. There's Aquarius life there, so you know it's healing. Because Aquarius took from their own DNA and put it in one cup. This is one cup. What don't you guys get? Not sure what part you guys don't get. Me and Elon get it, me and Keith get it. Me and Matt get it. Everyone else gets it. I'm pretty sure Joey gets it. Yeah, Joey wants to commit to me. Wants to commit to Aquarius. Writing about... me writing my book on, on a more private platform was the better option for me. Why I proofread and edit what Leo does or does not want in the book versus what he just wants to illustrate. Which again, illustrations are not just pictures; they are your contents to your book and what. Which is why I'm mad, Matt, about your travel bans of karma to polarity in Leo. Again, Leo was safe with Leo, but it caused a polarity storm in probability math. That's what that means. Versus your weather control versus your electricity, Tesla time. Who told you that when electricity strikes on 2 opposite sides of the polarity, again, it starts foundationally on your home tree and then it hits bam, bam. It's got to hit home tree, then non-home tree, in order to polarity shift in the right direction, chemistry-wise. I could tell just by playing the game. I don't understand how you guys didn't see this. I don't understand why you guys didn't say anything, Libra Law, about being in love with... Yeah. I know, I'm sorry, too. I am so sorry. Talented with animals I am. I'm so I literally can. They will just do what I want them to do. I'm like Snow White because of Michael. I have literally Archangel Michael just sits right here, and you guys are like, oh well, that if it's dark or it's dead or something, then it's the devil or it's an entity or it's bad or it's haunting you. But that's actually fucked up to say about the dead, dude. That's fucked up. especially to Mexico, who's been waiting there 1,000 billion years on the oppression war, which is literally being haunted. All of it's being haunted because of Coco. Literally, go watch the movie on Disney. Remember Me? That's a real fucking story, dude, about Mexico versus America versus the white man versus the Indians. It literally goes all the way back in time and space, and it literally is written in the stars. Literally, I could translate the language for you. It's in hertz. It's called The Universe Was So Hurt that it took its pain and turned it into something that sounded better, which is why the hertz frequency raises and it also falls. That door opens and closes both ways, guys. Okay, I can raise our sons and daughters after we lose, or I can help raise the person or the other country's sons and daughters when they lose. But to me, it's the same polarity to the same kid crying. Assholes. I'm telling you, not even aliens do this. It's bad chemistry and polarity and bad math and ignorance and control and ego and power and wanting to be strategic with nature. You will lose. Aquarius is very talented in nature, so go ahead and take a risk. Take action. I dare ya. Because I am the goddess of the moon, literally. And the information I put out is travel to fixing the universe and DNA. And I hope that you guys make better decisions next lifetime. Because again, Libra already sent the nuke out back in 2008, 2009 when the bees started disappearing. That was how I knew. Because bees don't leave. They go back to the beehive of a much bigger brain. They go back to mom. I told you, there's a mom. Which I told you. If it's female DNA, that means that females have been doing experiments on men. On the sun's light. Literally. In chemistry. Courage, yes, it's true. Leo says it's true. Travel. It's true. Which is why Leo's supposed to get control, because again, we don't use fucking babies or fetuses or that energy or soul exchanges like that. That's bad karma, talent. That's bad karma to your talent. Like, why you, next generation, will have children that are not as smart or not as accelerant or not as, like, they're below average. That is why when you have a negative in your birth chart, that's how much karma. So if I have a 2833 and a 2173 and I only have a negative 600, that's 600 years of bad karma of going the wrong direction, just traveling the wrong direction in thought. So good luck with that. You know, quantum. Good luck with that. Leap year. Okay, but I did heal it and I did fix it. You guys just refused to use it. So again, fuck you equals fuck cancer equals an ascendant in Cancer underneath your volcano, which is even bigger when it is all of Venus that's sitting in the weakest part of the magnet that'll blow us all. So again, good luck, because again, that's small pickings compared to Yellowstone here on Earth, which is going to be boom, boom, like a rocket. Animals know it. I know it. Look at this risk with me, which is again only one color of yellow of creation. That's what I am. So I'm trying to wake my brothers and sisters up, because again, go watch Rhea, the special dragon, the slower dragon, the one who thought they would never be picked ever, the silly one that never got anything done. They didn't think that she was responsible. They entrusted her to make the right decision, that when she woke up, that she would not make a mistake ever when she time traveled, no matter which phase in multiverse she went. Is goal. See? Goal. Still goal, even if I'm not holding the tree. I said good day, sir.